Hello everyone, Rachelle here. I'm hoping that you're able to enjoy this. Hello friends, Rachelle here. Today's a Vinyasa flow kind of day. Hello friends, Rachelle here. We're going to be moving through a pretty quick, fast-flowing Vinyasa class, moving with a lot of intention. The theme of our class is Let It Be. So whatever it is that you're experiencing physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, I want you to really honor whatever that is for you. Our yoga practice is such a beautiful and important practice where we give ourselves an opportunity to really tune in to what's happening inside. So as we move from shape to shape, if a lot of sensation is coming up for you, if you're feeling some emotions bubble to the surface, I just want to support you and let you know that everything that you're feeling is completely normal and natural, and just to honor whatever it is today on your mat. So whatever happens, whatever doesn't happen, it's all good. So we're going to begin our practice seated. However you like to sit is just fine. You can sit up on your heels like I am, or sit cross-legged. We won't be here for long, but just a few moments to connect to our breath. So allowing your eyes to close down as you feel ready. Letting your palms rest down on your thighs facing the earth. And aligning your spine so you're sitting nice and tall. And allow your awareness to tune inwards. As you're practicing at home, there might be some distractions, some sounds. You might feel called to or pulled to do something different and come out of your practice earlier than you had expected or hoped for. You might feel a plethora of different emotions throughout your time on your mat, and this is just a great opportunity to feel what is, to notice, to observe, and to look at it through a compassionate eye, through a loving eye. So slowly start to blink your eyes open. Take a deep breath in, sweep your fingertips towards the sky, clap your hands at the top, make some noise. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. If you like, you can set a little intention for yourself here. Just having your hands at heart center is a very powerful place, very beautiful thing that you can do for yourself is set little intentions, little mantras for yourself throughout the day. So if there's something that you're wanting to cultivate, something to bring in, to manifest, you can bring that into your practice and into your heart right now. Just taking another moment here, eyes open or closed. Next breath in, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Let your hands come together very silently. As you exhale, let your hands come through heart center and then hands to the floor in front of you, tabletop. So as you find your tabletop position, fingers are spread nice and wide. Your knees are underneath your hips. And we'll begin to move with our breath through some cat-cow tilts. So as you breathe in, allow your belly to soften, your tail and your crown to lift, your heart to become very spacious as your shoulder blades draw together. As you exhale, curl your tailbone under, one vertebrae at a time, like dominoes, they'll follow one another. As you round your back, press down into your hands, create space in between your shoulders. As you breathe in, initiate the movement from your tailbone if you can, opening up through the front line of the body. Exhale, initiate the movement from the tailbone, rounding the back, one vertebrae at a time. One more time, connecting to how you're feeling in this moment. This might feel the movement might be a little bit more rigid and clunky, and just notice what's happening for you, what's present in your experience. Next breath in, we'll find neutral. Tuck your toes under, slide your hips back, but don't lift your knees super high. Just lift them like an inch off the ground. You can think of like a tiger ready to pounce forward, or an animal. So the knees are just slightly lifted, the hips are back. The gaze can be between the thumbs or just looking down at the floor. Keep lengthening through the spine. So you're pressing into your hands, your shoulders are away from your ears, and you're lifting your hips up and back. And then very slowly start to straighten out the legs. They don't need to be poker straight, but just letting the heels become a little heavier, coming into downward facing dog. You might like to find a little bit of a pedaling action, bending one knee, bending the other. Maybe taking some deeper breaths. Shaking the head side to side. One more deep inhale. And a full exhale. Come high up onto your tippy toes, look towards your thumbs. Keep your legs straight if you can, and start to walk your feet in one teeny tiny step at a time. So your legs are straight, you're pressing into your hands, you're pressing deeply into the floor, and then slowly, once you get to the top, you can lower your heels down, give your knees a little shake, relax your upper body down towards the floor. As you breathe in, slide your hands to your shins, lifting up just halfway, roll your shoulders away from your ears, and low belly pulls in to support the back. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Next, inhale, press down into your feet, reach your arms all the way up, squeeze your butt at the top. As you exhale, take a cactus of your elbows draw back, your heart opens, your fingers spread, lots of engagement in those legs. As you inhale, arms reach back up into the air like you're holding onto a beach ball. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, fold towards the ground. Slide your hands up your shins, lift up just halfway. Exhale, hands find the mat, step back into a plank position. So first plank of maybe the day, we're gonna find it and hold it for a little bit of time. You can always lower your knees if it's too much. You're gonna send energy through your heels and through the crown of your head. So there's a long line, nice and straight. The low belly's pulled in, the legs are active, the arms and the core. Take another breath in, breathe all the way down into the belly. As you exhale, lower the knees and then bend the elbows so they point back. They're going to graze your rib cage. As you lower your chest down, untuck the toes and then press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, roll the chest forward and up, coming into cobra as high as what feels good for you. As you exhale, slowly release the chest back down. Tuck your toes under, press up and then back, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in once you get there. Sigh it out through the mouth. Walk your feet a little closer together so the big toes are touching. And then inhale the right leg up towards the sky. You're going to open up your hip here and bend your knee. So it's your knee that's lifting up towards the ceiling. Feel the sensation of stretch in the back of the left leg. And open up those hips. You're thinking about pointing the right knee towards the ceiling, but also towards the back of the room. So again, lots of length in your spine. Begin to explore some sensation in your hip by rolling the knee around in some circles. Going a few times one way, and a few times the other way. Tuning into your breath, feeling what's present for you. Once that feels about even, you're going to re-square your hip, lift your right leg high, take a deep breath in, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the foot through in between your hands. Making sure that when you come into your long lunge position, your feet are hip distance apart and your front knee is over top of your ankle. Gently lower the back knee down to the ground and then inhale the arms all the way up towards the sky, coming into nice Anjayasana, opening the chest. As you exhale, fingertips are going to come down to the floor. You'll straighten out your front leg. The toes will point towards the sky, and we'll find a little bit of movement through the hips here. So kind of like you've got a tail and you're wagging it side to side. Feel into your hamstring, your back. And then find stillness. Take an inhale to walk your hands back forward. Fingertips will stay on the floor. You can send your hips a little bit more forward as you reach the heart up. As you exhale, fingertips walk back. Right toes flex towards the sky. As you inhale, walk the hands forward, let the hips sink down. And just one more time, exhale, walk it back. Toes towards the sky, straightening out that right leg. And as you inhale, walk the hands back forward, pick up your back knee, step back into your plank. Hold your plank, take a nice deep breath in. Inhale to cobra or come to the tops of your feet, lift your thighs, straighten your arms, upward facing dog. As you exhale, travel back into your downward facing dog. As you arrive, the big toes are coming together. We'll take an inhale breath to lift the left leg towards the sky, bending through the knee and then lifting the knee towards the ceiling. Root your right heel down towards the ground, press equally into both of your hands, and really stretch that left knee up and back. Start to explore some movement in your hip. Roll the hip around a couple of times one way. And then go the other way. Once that feels good, even re-square your hip, lift the left leg high, big breath in, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the foot through in between your hands. Letting your feet land hip distance apart, front knee over the ankle, lower the back knee down to the ground, and then use an inhale breath to reach the arms up into the air, keep the low belly pulled in. As you exhale, fingertips to the floor, left foot's gonna flex up, toes towards the sky, left leg straightens. As you inhale, walk your fingertips forward, let your right hip sink down. As you exhale, send it back. We forgot the little shakes, my bad. You're gonna take your tail and go for a little wiggle side to side before we continue the movement. Feeling into that hamstring in your hip, noticing any sensations that are present, any emotions that might be kind of bubbling to the surface. And then we'll start to walk it forward, breathing in. Walk it back, breathing out. Walk it forward, breathing in. And back. One more time. Next inhale, as you come forward, plant the palms, pick up your back knee, step back, plank. Hold your plank, take a breath in. This time, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Full breath out. Walk your hands towards your feet, come to the back of your mat. And then slide your hands up your shins, lift up just halfway. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach your arms all the way up into the air, clap them at the top. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Find a focal point so you can just gaze at the floor a few feet in front of you, or you can look at a wall in front of you, whatever feels, really centered and easy to look at, something that's not going to be moving too much. Begin to shift your weight over towards your left foot, so you're plucking your right heel off of the ground, and then slowly just start to lift the knee up. The knee about parallel to the floor, thigh about parallel to the floor. You can point your right toes or you can flex them, whatever feels good for you. Pausing here for another breath, noticing maybe if you're balanced or unbalanced today, noticing what is. Then taking your hands to the back side of your leg, so around the hamstring, interlacing the fingers, and then engaging through your left leg quite a lot. Begin to straighten out your right leg as best you can. Doesn't need to be poker straight, but just finding more length, pressing the heel towards the wall in front of you. One more breath. Slowly start to bend the knee again and begin to pull the knee a little closer in towards the body. This time taking your hands around the shin and pulling the shin in as you gently lean back. How's your balance here? Take another breath. Be calm and gentle through your breathing. And then on your inhale, bring yourself back to neutral. Bring your hands to your hips and straighten out your right leg again as best you can. Hold it here for another inhale. Now as you exhale, the right foot's going to step to about the center of your mat. You can come to the tips of your back toes. Gaze down at the floor in front of you. And then bring your right hand forward. Soft bend in your right knee. Gazing at the floor, you'll start to lift your back toes up, simultaneously opening your hip and bringing the right fingertips down towards the floor. You can keep your left hand on your left hip just to remind it to stay open, or the left arm can reach up towards the sky as well for half moon. You want to engage the right butt cheek and the left. Engage your core and think about being in between two panes of glass. So there's a pane of glass behind you and a pane of glass in front of you, so you're just straight down through the center. If you're feeling like you're wiggling and wobbling a whole bunch, that's okay. I fall out of it all the time. You just gotta come into it with a compassionate and gentle heart. We're gonna come out very slowly, so your gaze is gonna come down to the floor if it isn't yet. The left hand will also come down to the floor. Your left hip is gonna square off, so your left toes are pointing down towards the floor. Taking a nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, draw your right knee in towards your chest, so you're curling into kind of a little ball, and then stepping the left foot right next to the right foot. Slide your hands up your shins, lift up just halfway. As you exhale, fold. Very nice. Inhale, arms reach all the way up towards the sky. Bring the palms together. You can clap them at the top if you like. And then as you exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Take a moment to close your eyes. Feel your heart beating. Your breath flowing. Notice the sensations that are present in your body. One side might feel a little bit different than the other right now. Any emotions that are bubbling to the surface. And then slowly start to blink your eyes open again. Find your focal point. Shift your weight over towards your right foot. Just plucking your left heel off of the ground for a moment. And then slowly, once you find that balance, that stability, the left knee can come about in line with the hip. You can flex the foot, you can point the toes, whatever feels more balanced, more stable for you. Engaging the low belly, finding length in the spine, so lots of space between your hips and your ribs. Smooth breath. Hands are going to come underneath your left leg. You'll pull the leg just slightly in as you begin to straighten the left heel towards the front of your room. So don't worry if the leg doesn't go totally straight. Don't worry if you fall out of this and you have to come in a bunch of times. It's all about just being where you're at, being patient and kind and compassionate to yourself. Good. Slowly start to bend the knee, catch around the shin, pull the knee in towards the body, and then play with your balance by leaning back, just any amount. So you're lengthening through your right hip flexor, and if you come out of it, just come back in as you're ready. It's all good. See if you can stay calm through the breath, even though it might be a challenging posture. Slowly start to bring yourself back to center. The hands will come to the hips. We'll straighten the left leg again as much as you can. Toes point towards the sky. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale, the left foot's going to land towards the top of your mat, coming to the tippy toes of your back foot. Let your gaze come down to the floor, just about maybe 2 feet in front of your left foot. You'll start to tip forward, left fingertips to the floor. The right hip will start to lift, or open rather, and the right leg will extend up. You can keep your right hand on your hip, just again reminding your hips to be open, engaging through both of your glutes, straightening through that top leg. Maybe the right arm lifts towards the sky, coming into full half moon. So the core is engaged. You're imagining you're in between 2 panes of glass. There might be some wiggling and wobbling. That's okay. If you come out of it, come back in as you're ready. Take one more breath here. Doing great. Gaze comes down, right hand comes down, hips square off. Take another breath in. Exhale, right knee pulls in towards the chest, round the back, and then step the foot right next down to the other foot. Slide your hands up your shins, lift up just halfway. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach your arms all the way up into the air, bring your palms to touch. As you exhale, let your hands come together at your heart, close your eyes. Feel your heart beating. Your breath flowing. The sensation of the ground beneath your feet. On your next inhale, slowly blink your eyes open, reach your arms up and draw your right knee up as well. So arms reaching up, right knee lifting up. As you exhale, the arms will reach forward, the right leg will kick back, coming into a variation of, coming into warrior 3, but just for a moment. Kicking that right leg back, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend through your left knee so your right toes come down to the floor, and then inhale the arms up, coming into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, warrior two, right heel comes down to the floor. You can do that little dance shuffle of the feet. So your left heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. Your hips are getting nice and low as your heart is getting nice and expansive. As you breathe in, start to let your right hand come down, your left arm sweep up. As you exhale, side angle, left elbow, left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale back into peaceful, this time front knee straightens. Exhale, coming into triangle, left arm leads the way, right arm lifts up, left fingers towards the floor or shin or block if you have one. Next, inhale back into your warrior two, bend through the front knee, gaze forward. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down, finding your lunge position here, so your feet are hip distance apart. Your right hand's going to stay on the floor. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky, come into a twist. As you exhale, right hand comes down to the earth. Pull your left heel in towards your bum. The knee stays in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, plank, left foot meets right. Hold for another inhale. As you exhale, move through your vinyasa. The knees can come down or shift forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Deep breath in through your nose. Full breath out. Next, inhale, right leg lifts towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards chest, round your back, and then step the foot in between your hands. Inhale, just your right fingertips are going to sweep forward, up, and then back, coming into a twisted crescent lunge. Your left hand is reaching forward, your right arm is reaching back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand lowers down towards your left thigh, your left arm reaches up and back, variation of peaceful warrior. As you inhale, arms come back into that T shape, so you're still in your twist. Now as you exhale, we're going to spin all the way, so the arms are going to stay in their T. You're going to turn towards the front of your room. Continue turning so you're facing towards your left wall. And then continue turning. You're going to do a little wiggle of your feet. You're going to face towards the back of your room, away from me for a second. I have faith in you. You got this. Inhale, your arms reach up towards the sky, coming into your crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, the hands are going to come down to the floor. As the hands land, the right hand stays on the earth. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. As you exhale, gaze comes down. Left hand comes down, heel towards your butt, so knee in towards the chest. Pause. And then send that left leg back to meet the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, move through your vinyasa, knees down or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. Take a nice deep breath in once you get here. Stay for the breath out. Next, inhale, left leg lifts towards the sky. Exhale, knee pulls in towards the chest, round your back, and then step the left foot in between your hands. Ensure that your feet are about hip distance apart. Inhale your arms up into the air, finding your crescent lunge. As you exhale, warrior two. Do that little dance shuffle of your feet. We're doing the exact same thing to come back. So left knee over top of your ankle now. Right leg is nice and straight and strong. Your arms out into a big T. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, peaceful warrior. Right hand lowers down. Left arm reaches up and back. Inhale through center, side angle. Left elbow to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, coming through your your peaceful warrior with the front leg straight, your left knee straight. And then coming through, landing in your triangle pose, left arm down, right arm up. Pause for a deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, find your way back into your warrior two, gazing towards your left fingertips. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down, hands will come to the mat, finding finding your feet to be hips distance apart, lifting again your left arm up towards the sky. Take a nice deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. As you inhale, come all the way up to that twisted lunge. The left arm leads the way, the right arm stays reaching forward in front of you. Deep breath in. As you exhale, left hand lowers, right arm reaches up and back. Twisted, peaceful warrior. Inhale back into your twisted crescent. As you exhale, spinning all the way back to face the front of your mat. So turn, 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 turn. Your feet are going to face forward again, coming back into that crescent lunge. If you got a little bit confused, it's okay. Notice what you're feeling. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, the hands will come down to the mat. The left hand will stay on the floor. As you breathe in, the right arm lifts up. As you exhale, the right hand comes down. Step back into your plank. Hold your plank. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, child's pose. Knees down, hips back. Allow your forehead to come down to the floor, or you can stack your fists. Notice the quality of your breath. An opportunity to really check in with any emotions that are bubbling to the surface. Honoring your body. If you need some hydration, if you need a sip of water, go ahead and take it. And in your child's pose, we'll take a little walk with our hands over towards the right, creating some length and space for the left side body. Slowly walk your hands through center and then walk them towards the left, creating some space for the right side body. Walk your hands back to center, peel yourself up onto your hands and knees, and then slowly wiggle your knees a little further back and send your hips down to the ground. So lying down onto our belly. Make a little pillow for your forehead, hand over hand. And bend your knees so the feet are facing towards the sky, and then take just a little windshield wiper action of the feet side to side. Extend your legs back out nice and long. Take your left arm off to the side as if you were doing a cactus shape with your elbows, but it's just the left arm that's taking that cactus shape. Your right hand's going to come underneath your shoulder. You'll bend your right knee so your right toes are pointing towards the sky, and you're just resting on your left cheek. You can press down into your right hand and begin to roll onto your left shoulder as you take your right foot behind you. So this one's always a little bit tricky to teach, but I find it's just such a beautiful position, a really nice opening for the chest and for the hip as well. So if you're having a tough time coming into it, that's totally normal, that's natural. It's a little bit different than maybe what you might do in, I don't know, maybe some of you have done this before, maybe not, but if you're new to it, just notice what you're feeling. And slowly we'll come out of it. We're going to just take it to the other side. So as you unwind, now your right arm's going to come into a cactus shape, so the elbow is bent, the palms on the ground. You'll look the opposite way. Left hand underneath the shoulder, left knee bends. Slowly roll. So you're on the inside of your right shoulder. Your right ear is on the ground maybe. Your left foot is somewhere behind you. On an inhale, onto your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest, but bring them a little bit wider. So right knee to right armpit, left knee to left. You can take a little rock here if you like. You roll out your ankles. If this position feels really nice for you, you can stay here, or happy baby, flexing the feet, catching hold of the pinky edge side if you can reach, or the ankles are just fine too. Pulling the knees down towards the ground, simultaneously kicking the feet up, so there's kind of a push-pull action happening. Just encouraging the low back to come down towards the ground, lengthening the spine. Soles of the feet can come together. Now we'll rest the pinky edge side of the foot down onto the earth. The hands can rest down onto the belly. If you like, you can close down the eyes and just take a couple moments here. Come into a very gentle twist. So keep your left leg just as it is, and then think of a book when you're closing it, but from the right knee to the left knee. So you're just going to simply lift your right knee up and then roll it so it's over top of your left knee. Make any little adjustments that you need so you're comfortable. Become witness to the breath, how it's flowing without any control, without any trying, it just is. And slowly let your right knee come back to where it had started from. Take just a moment to pause in between. Deep breath in. Maybe sigh away. Left knee will close over top of the right. And just let the belly be receptive to the breath. Breathing all the way down, nourishing the body. Slowly let your left knee come back to where it had started from. Pause for a moment. And then either extend your legs straight and give them a little bit of space. Or if there's any discomfort in your low back when you do that, you can have your feet on the floor, knees bent, and maybe just let them knock in towards one another. Your hands can rest wherever you feel comfortable, which just is a nice way to finish a practice is to have one hand resting over your belly and one hand over your heart. Just tune into your experience. And there might be some sounds that are in your room or in your house or just outside of your house that you might be able to, you might be able to hear them. You might feel the skin, the touch of your clothing against your skin. So just letting your awareness kind of travel throughout your body, any bodily sensations that you're witnessing. Being really curious about your experience here. And then just digging a little bit deeper. Going a few more layers towards the center of our ourselves into our emotional body and just witness what you feel here. And then just let it all be. And give yourself a few moments of stillness to just let the practice settle in. You can stay here for as long as you like. I suggest at least 5 minutes. And when you are ready to come out, just move very slowly. And take a few moments and sit in whatever position feels comfortable for you, meditative, and just reconnect to your breath once you find that seat. And just bathe in some gratitude towards yourself for taking this time to do something for you, for your health and your happiness. And I thank you so much for joining me. I hope to practice with you very soon. Namaste.